All right, all right, all right. I believe on our sports network. Such a time as this. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Got to spend time with their family and realize what the true meaning of Christmas is. And we're in the holiday season, and my God, this year has gone by really quick. What a year we've had, and what a interesting, strange, fun, weird year it's been for I Bleed Orange. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see thank you to all the sponsors. And really, y'all are the lifeline of this business. We appreciate all you. Just want to mention some few. We had an incredible year. Jimmy's Cards and Collects. We did a game there. Diamonds Golden Rec back for the fourth year. Also, Vape Nation back for the fourth year. Anderson Ford, we did a show out there. Welcome a couple new people from Bermuda Triangle, which is a neat little place. Guy over there, JC is his name, and he actually owns a scuba shop, and they give scuba lessons, and they actually take trips every couple of months to like different places. And anyways, Lefty's Bar and Grill will be doing the Masters out there. I'll touch on that in a little bit. And I also want to do a big shout out to the Hall of Fame Sports Bar and Grill. Great place, not too far from downtown Greenville. We're going to be there every month of the year covering sports. We're going to be once a month. Omar got talking to him, and he says, "Man, I want a sports network to come by here and do it once a month, just like they have karaoke every month. They have a band once a week. They have bingo once a week. It's got to be like a little away from home corporate office there in Greenville where we set up shop and break it down. So a lot to talk about. We're here at the end of the season, and nobody would think that would be 75 and be playing in the snow in New York City and against Penn State. If you said Penn State was playing Clemson at the end of the year, everybody probably would have predicted that would have been in a college playoff bowl game. But lo and behold, we're playing Penn State in Yankee Stadium. How interesting is that? I've been following this on the news. It looks like they've been having a lot of fun up there. Like I said, it snowed anywhere from 3 to 6 inches last night. I thought it was so cool. Saw Dabo Swinney on the New York Stock Exchange ringing the bell. It's the first time for him, probably the first time for Clemson. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm playing football in Subway. They went down to the 9/11 memorial the other night, which I think is very special. And so just, New York City is the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps. Yankee Stadium, what a phenomenal brand that is. I mean, in sports in general, to be playing a football game there is just kind of special. So anyways, we got Clemson at noon versus Penn State. The Nittany Lions, Clemson 75, Penn State 6-6. Believe it or not, we've only played once. Clemson leads the series 1-0. We beat them 35-10 in 1988. Sorry, Danny Ford was the coach. It was in the Citrus Bowl. And the interesting thing about this game is Dabo is actually tied with Joe Paterno. And we're playing Penn State. Of course, Joe's retired. If he wins today, he actually surpasses him and wins, becomes the fourth time all winning as coach, which I think is pretty interesting. Just a little kickback through the season. Started out with LSU. That game really, to me, I mean, we lost, but I really didn't think that was a season ender. I was like, okay, we got the first game behind us, played a good team, gave them a good match. But if you go back to the fourth game of the season, that fourth game, we were 1-3. And things were not looking too good in Clemson territory. We were 1-3. Well, I will say this about Clemson. We won the last 4 games. We ended up 7-5. We built some momentum. We beat Carolina this year, which is cool. And we're going to our 14th straight bowl game. It's also our 14th straight season with 8 or more wins. Dabo Swinney actually has 21 career bowl games. We have 12 bowl victories. That is actually an ACC record. So we're 21-12 in the bowl games. Cade finished 8th in the ACC. Didn't have the kind of season we thought he'd have, but he threw 2,750 yards in the regular season, had 16 touchdowns. I think the pinstripe game is a chance for him to improve his chances in the draft pick, So we got a lot of people out, a lot of talk around town and around everywhere is that a lot of players are out. Honestly, a lot of those players are injured, but we do have some people that have actually decided to sit out, like Peter Woods, TJ Parker, Avian Terrell, Antonio Williams. Yeah, Avian Terrell. Antonio Williams is playing. Peter Woods is out. TJ Parker's out. Will Help, in my opinion, who was the best defensive, most consistent player we had this year, will be playing. and Sammy Brown's going to be playing. So, Vegas has got this game, Clemson 2.5. So they got it pretty close. We got pretty close records. I think the defense is a little lacking today, but I think the reason Clemson's going to win, I'm going to take them. We're going to do picks at the end, is I think our offense is just a little bit more explosive with who we have playing. TJ Moore is going to be the receiving threat. And we also have Tyler Brown. I heard because some of the punt returns, we may have Tyler Brown returning punts. That's they kind of been talking about. So it's going to be an interesting game. Not a lot of pressure. And I kind of sit back. It's just gotten down to college football where if you don't make the college playoffs, you're kind of playing in a bowl game. It used to not be like this. The NIL's changed a lot of things, but you'd be playing in a bowl game. But it's good to see your team playing in a bowl game, even if it's not the college football playoffs. Now, saying that, you can kind of sit back and watch. We win. Of course, we want them to win, but it's not like it's do or die when we're in the college playoffs. It's good to have another game, unlike our fellow friends and family down there in Columbia, South Carolina, who are not playing in the bowl game. So I'd rather be here than there. I'd rather be in New York City than being on the couch in Columbia, South Carolina, pulling for Penn State because Carolina never pulls for us. All right, guys, want to appreciate all you guys that subscribe to our YouTube channel. We took off an explosive growth. Starting around August, we just took off. Now, this is what was surprising. Only 4% of YouTube subscriber channels have over 1,000 subscribers, believe it or not. I know there's some Joe Rogans out there that got 1 million, something like that. But we actually are over 1,000. We're almost at 1,200. Now, not everybody that watches the channel subscribe. So it's free. Hit the subscribe button. We give away prizes from time to time. We break it down consistently unless there's a hurricane, tornado, or a holiday or something like that. We break it down consistently every Tuesday night at 7:30. We usually sometimes we have guests on there. We always do picks, and we'll be doing picks at the end of the game. All right, we're going to talk a little bit more about Clemson football. We're going to get into Clemson basketball, and then we're going to get into picks. It's going to be short. It's going to be sweet. Just wanted to touch base with you. We're actually doing this at home today. Mike's not here, but it's just me, and Tam's going to get on here at the end to make a Georgia Bulldog prediction. You hear that, Tam? Yeah. All right. She might give a little dog chant for us. But it's so kind of her to put on a Clemson shirt for this show. So just be kicking off in about 45 minutes. And just a couple other things. I'm really high on this basketball team. I know we lost everybody but one player, but the NIL, we recruited pretty steady. I think this basketball team is actually better than the basketball team we had last year. We should say a lot because last year's team ended with the best record Clemson had in history. We just didn't finish well. We ran into McNeese, didn't expect that in the NCAA championship, but we are 10-3 and could easily be 13-0. We played some tough games. We played some tough teams. All those 3 losses came to teams that were ranked. We had some teams that we should have beat, and we let a 21 lead slip away, like the BYU game where we had 21 points. They were ranked 10th in the nation, and something just happened there in the second half. We did beat Georgia, was a good team. We won the last game we played. They actually have got Clemson as a early seed, is 8th in the NCAA tournament right now. We're not playing again until December the 31st. I mean, we take on Syracuse, who is always a good basketball team. That's going to be a tough game. That's going to be at, let me see, I think 3 o'clock on New Year's Eve. So Syracuse, tough place to play up in Syracuse, tough basketball team. The Orange versus the Obleet Orange, huh? The Tigers versus the Syracuse Orange. I don't know where they came up with that mascot. They got a little orange running around with legs. At least we got a decent mascot, not a fruit. So anyhow, excited about basketball. Excited about a lot of things going on with Obleet Orange. We started a parent LLC, a parent company. It's called the Ultimate Sports Network, and we'll be covering actually the Masters. We got a thing up there to lefty, so we'll be venturing out. We're always going to be on the Obleet Orange train. We're always going to be building it, but this gave us an opportunity to cover other sports and other teams. But we're going to be rolling that out at the beginning of the year, and we will be down at Hall of Fame Sports Bar and Grill once a month, every month, all year long. All right. So we're at the playoffs. Really, Tam was asking me about any games on all that stuff. I really, to be honest with you, I haven't been watching a lot of these bowl games. I mean, I am interested in the Georgia Tech game. I think that'd be a good game. But really, the only games I'm really interested in are the playoffs and, of course, Clemson. I mean, even if we were playing in the Snoop Bowl, believe it or not, guys, they got a Snoop Dog Bowl. It was Clemson playing, I'm watching it, but Snoop Dogg Bowl, which I just find hilarious. Gotta love Snoop Dogg. He's such an entrepreneur. He's got his own bowl named after him. Somebody's playing in that. I think that's the first year they've done this. So just capping off the year, we had a great year with I Bleed Orange. We had over 32 new sponsors or renewals come in. Nobody's doing it like we're doing it. We appreciate everybody that allows us to sponsor you. I mean, it allows us y'all to sponsor us. We're different than a lot of these groups. We'll actually come out like an ESPN game day. We'll set up shop at your business. We'll talk Clemson football. The main thing is to get you guys on the camera to promote your business and get the word out there about your goods, your services, or your product. We promote 325, 365. And we promote in a lot of different ways, not just the game day show, but that kind of makes us unique. And it's kind of special during the pregame show to come out before a football game, a couple hours before, get on camera, kind of like ESPN Game Day did with Lee Corso, except we come to your business. So anyhow, without further ado, we're going to get into the playoffs because baseball's too far away to really talk about. And we talked pretty much all we need to talk about football. We're going to have to see what goes on the off season. We're recruiting and stuff like that. And as we get closer to the 2026 football team, we'll know what's going on. But right now, we're pretty much getting to the end of the season. We got one more game. Not where we want to be, but it could be worse. It could be worse when we're sitting at 1-3. We could be sitting at home. So congratulations on the team pulling together and going on a 4-game win streak. Let's make it 5. Let's beat the Nittany Lions and Yankee Stadium, historic stadium is Yankee Stadium, and get Dabo over Joe Paterno's record. All right, so playoffs. All right. We've gone up 12 teams. We're down to 8 teams. And I'm going to have Tam come on here at the end for the Georgia pick, which will be the last game they play in this current matchup. So we've got down to 8 teams. And on December the 31st, we've got the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Now, we got Miami and we got Ohio State. Now, I want a big fan of Miami. I mean, I've never been a fan of Miami. I'm talking about I never was really seeing their potential this year until like the last couple of games. And Miami has actually surprised me. Miami's defense is looking better than any defense, in my opinion, in college football. No, Dad always says a great offense wins championships, but great offense wins games, but a great defense wins championships. And Miami's defense is playing like a bunch of studs. Their offense and their running game, they got a running game. Everybody knows I'm a Ohio State fan. I'm not a Ohio State fan. Most Clemson fans are not Ohio State fans. But, Vegas doesn't like to lose money. They're usually right because when you got money on the line, they don't like to play around. They got Ohio State by 9.5. And I'm here to tell you, I think Miami's going to take Ohio State. I think Miami's going to beat them. I think they're going to stop Ohio State's offense. I think the run game's going to open up for Miami, open up some options with the play-in game. And I think the main factor in this game is going to be Miami's defense. They're solid. They're solid, man. So I'm taking Miami by, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, to be honest with you. I think it'll be 10-17 Miami. All right, so now we're going to New Year's Day. We got Oregon and Texas Tech. And I was listening to the Roar just a while ago in the car, and everybody's talking about Oregon, putting Oregon in the national championship. Oregon, the Ducks. And I'm thinking, no, not so fast, my friends. Oregon is not going to the national championship. Oregon does this every year. Every year they do this. They get to the playoffs, and they screw it up. They're kind of like the Dallas Cowboys of college football. And Texas Tech are the new kids on the block. Texas Tech, it's a close game. Vegas has got Oregon by 2.5, but I'm telling you, Oregon's going down. Texas Tech's offense is too explosive. Oregon's going to blow it again, just like the Dallas Cowboys do every year. And Texas Tech's going to win that game. I'm going to take it in a little bit more of a high-scoring game. I'm going to take Texas Tech 34, Oregon 28. All right. A, B, B. Anybody but Bama. We got Alabama, who shouldn't even be in the freaking playoffs or in the playoffs with 3 losses. Imagine that. How did that happen? There's a lot of questions going into that, but Alabama took Oklahoma. What a game that was. I got some questions about that game. But Ty Simpson, Alabama's quarterback, is really playing good. He's playing a lot better than I thought he would. He's been pretty consistent. And Alabama's been pretty solid. They've lost a couple games here and there. Georgia finally got them in the SEC championship, which was nice. And they're playing Indiana. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, Indiana is no longer a basketball team. They had a movie called The Hoosiers, and Indiana's huge basketball team, kind of like the brand of North Carolina at Duke. But I'm here to say this is the 2026 season, and we got a new kid on the block, and it's called Indiana, and it's called Indiana football. And their quarterback, who just won the Heisman, Indiana is #1 in the nation, undefeated. Nobody's beaten them yet, and they're playing Alabama. And Vegas has got it right. They got Indiana by 6.5 in the Rose Bowl. That'll be 4 p.m. at ESPN. And I'm taking Indiana. And I'll tell you in the end, who might have the playoffs in the championship, and Indiana will be one of them. I think Indiana's going to continue that win streak. I think they're playing too solid. Alabama, I mean, you got to give Alabama kudos. Alabama, the last 20 years, has been probably the most dominant team in college football. Somehow, I thought when Nick Saban left, they would become kind of irrelevant for a couple of years. But, their new coach, Caleb, he's actually done pretty well with them, and they've been pretty consistent. They've either been in the playoffs or been on the fringe of getting the playoffs the last couple of years. And somehow they got in this year, whether deserved or not, they're in, and they did beat Oklahoma. I got Indiana. I got Alabama. I got Indiana versus Alabama. I got Indiana 28-24. It's going to be a close one, but Indiana's going to win. All right, Tam, you ready? Yeah. You got to pull a chair up.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So.
All right. So we're down to the Ole Miss versus Georgia. Y'all played them before.
Yes.
Yes, and y'all beat them.
Yes.
And they lost their coach, Lane Kifflin.
Yes.
Just left them in the middle of the season.
Yes.
And you got old Kirby Smart. And Kirby Smart every year seems to be pulling together. I mean, it's not been pretty, but they win games. And they beat Alabama. We're up there in Gatlinburg, which is awesome.
That's right.
That was right. Got your orange on.
All right.
Show them your.
I got my orange on. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So we got them in the Sugar Bowl. It's an 8 p.m. game. We'll be watching it. Mm-hmm. Vegas has got it right. Vegas has got Uga by 6.5. I don't even think it's gonna be that close. And I kind of feel. I know you don't feel for Ole Miss. I just feel for them because what Lane Kiffin did, just kind of left them sitting, out cold, and just left, and went to LSU with no head coach. They had to get an interim coach. Right. But they're playing Georgia in the Sugar Bowl at 8 p.m. down in New Orleans, the place that Clemson hates to play because Clemson never does good in New Orleans, but Georgia's not Clemson. Right. So I've got UGA, University of Georgia. I've got them. Let me think for a second. Ole Miss, UGA. 28-17. It's not going to be that close. 28 Georgia, 17 Ole Miss.
I think Georgia is going to take it by a touchdown. I think it will be closer than you think. But I think Georgia can take Ole Miss. They had no problem with them earlier in the year, and I see that they will take them again. Yeah. And
Kirby has a way to get them fired up these big games.
You can't spell sugar without UGA, and they've been there many times.
I've never heard that.
Yes.
Clemson doesn't do.
And I think they will do very well.
Clemson always plays good at when they go out to California or somewhere out north or Texas or somewhere. They always play terrible. They never win in New Orleans. They lose every time they go to New Orleans. So anyhow, so we got Georgia. So picks are I got Miami over Ohio State. I've got Texas Tech over Oregon. I got Indiana over Alabama. I got Georgia over Ole Miss. Going down to the end of the season, the national championship, I've got Georgia and Indiana. I'm not going to tell you who's going to win that game, but Georgia's going to be playing Indiana. Oregon's not getting in there. Oregon is not getting in there, and Alabama certainly is not getting in there. Indiana's going to shock the nation. Not really. They have already shocked the nation, so it wouldn't be a shock at 12-0 undefeated that they get in there. But I just think it's interesting and kind of cool. We got a team that's never even been in the college playoffs. Never really been ranked in the top 10, and is actually number 1. And that was actually a basketball school. Right. And now they've got a football school. So I think that's pretty cool. So it's going to be Georgia and Indiana, I think. And I'm not going to tell you who's going to win that. So I'd like to thank all our sponsors. It's going to be short and sweet, like I said. It was a away game. I mean, it was a Duke's Mayonnaise game up in Charlotte. We'd be there, but it's Christmas time. It's New York City. It's snowing. It's just too much configuration. Probably been snuck up in the snow. So I want to thank Tan for coming on. I want to thank all our sponsors. I want to thank all y'all for an incredible year. The best is yet to come. 2026 is going to be even better. And join our podcast every night at 7:30 as we break it down for you. Subscribe, like, and once again, thanks to all our sponsors. And we always end it with a Tiger chant. You ready?
Yeah.
CLE. MSONRTIGERS. Fight, Tiger, fight, Tiger, fight, fight, fight. Go, Tigers, I believe in ours, baby. Woo! Thank you. Happy New Year. That was